know what? I'm playing to your little thing right now, humble dad. All right. If I have to blame somebody, I'll blame my wife. Okay. All right. Okay. It wasn't my fault. I was attracted to her because she was beautiful. Okay. All right. It just caught me, and I was like, man. And she was a kind, sweet-hearted, compassionate person that treated me good. I blame her. I blame her. Forced me to get down on my knees and make some commitments in my life. Yeah, man. I blame her. It's my fact. I blame her daddy too because he cool too. I blame her family. They was cool too. You right. I like this. Appreciate that. You allow me to get that off my chest.
You know, something about men is we get wrapped up in what her family looked like, and that could sell us. You know what I'm saying? Like if she comes from like a solid family, it don't even be her. You know what I'm saying? Like we could barely like her, and then we meet her family, and be like, oh, your family cool. You know what? I'm gonna stick around because you got a cool family. You can't be that bad. I know plenty of men that are suckers for that.
Ooh, talk to a prototype.
Hey,
You know
hold
what I'm
on,
saying?
hold on. How about is that icing? Is that icing I taste on the top of that? If the family cool, that's icing on the cake, right? The main attraction is would be my wife. The icing
I
on
mean,
the cake is
sometimes, but like you're hoping that like what if she doesn't show you everything? Like if the dating period is too small, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like you know how they say watch every season. You want to be with somebody that you see in every season. You know what I mean? So, but if you never hit that, right? You're like 6 months, and then she's like, "Hey, come to the family barbecue." In your head, like when you come to the family barbecue, you see that she comes from a good family, and they solid, and they're having family reunions. Especially if your family's not like that, and you always wanted that. You know what I'm saying? If you come from like a single parent household where your family's all destroyed, and then you start messing with a girl who got a solid family background, mom, dad, everybody's loving, blah 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 blah. I mean, you're a sucker for it. You get sunk in quick, like you know
So,
what I
so
mean.
you're saying like it's a Carly Russell? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know what that. I don't even know what's going on with that situation. But
A
um,
hoax?
Too soon. Too
No, it's
soon.
not.
I think it's too soon. It
They
just
just
happened.
said she just said that she was lying.
Yeah, just said you said right. She just said that it's
Yeah,
too soon.
that's right on time. He said
so
it's a hoax. If you believe it just based on the family.
but like it's icing.
no, no, no.
I'm not gonna say it's not icing. It is icing, but
That's
sometimes you'll
icing.
taste the icing. Like the icing's the first thing you put your finger in the icing.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And like if that icing's good as buttercream, there's no way that this cake is suck. Like you know what I'm saying? You be like, man, the icing was fire, man. This cake got to be good.
Because you don't make the icing.
You know what I'm saying? So
No. So that's where
You
I
go
would say
buy the
this.
icing.
This is applicable then because for me, I don't even like icing like that. Like I'll scrape the damn icing off the damn cake, okay? And if I do like icing, it has to be a specific, like the cream cheese based type icing, all right? It's not that confetti, sugar, all that BS. So it's got to be quality icing if it's icing too. So it's like it's not that surface level. No, like is your family like spiritual? Like whenever I look at the tree, is the tree like real nice and then the roots run real deep? I look at stuff like that. I do.
I mean, have
So
you never had a cake with that buttercream icing or the icing, the cheese, whatever you just mentioned, right? And the cake suck?
yeah, oh, absolutely.
I
Oh,
have too,
absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
And
Oh, absolutely.
so you fall into like the family spiritual, the family's this, and you know what I mean, and all of that, and then she not like that.
Um, typically, before you get to the family, you know the person first. Like you ain't coming around my family if I don't think you are going to mesh with the family, right? Like if you just it was a jump off, you stay off. Like if you close, then that's whenever I then
But
would then.
people tend to hide by shutting up long, like they can hide themselves by just not talking a lot, right? You thinking like, oh, they're just quiet or she's docile or whatever. She's really just not telling you who she really is. And then later on, boom, she hits you with the I'm crazy. You know what I'm saying? But that's after the fact.
Yeah, but that could be all of us. Like that could, I mean, but crazy is relative. It's just she probably don't does something you don't like. He probably does something you don't like. But if you married, right? Like that's where I'm like, if you got to the point of marriage, like you gonna put in the work. Like that's how I look at it. Like as for it's till death do us part. So we got to put in the work. So I don't look at it as like, oh, I got tricked or no. I made the choice. That's why I would honestly, if I was to answer the question honestly,
prove my point, Dwayne. Go ahead, do it.
I would be the one to blame because it's me making a choice.
Prove. Thank you.
It's me making a choice. But my choice was then influenced by what I observed. Period, point blank. So it's I observed it and I was like, all right, cool. That's what I want. And you know the beautiful thing about it? God worked like that too. God worked just like that too. You got to ask for it. Ask for it. Ask for it. And once you ask for it and then it's given to you, you can't sit around like, I didn't ask for this because you look dumb as all get out. You spend all that time asking for something and then you finally got it. So that's how I look at it.
Are you Tyson?
No, I kind of side with that. Like I do believe that it falls on a man before it falls on a woman, and I only say that based on biblical concepts. You know, Adam and Eve. You know, Adam was created first, so like God gave him all the instructions to cultivate everything, and the fall of man happened not because of Eve, but because of him, because he was supposed to be the leader. But I say all that to say I'm curious to the type of men that Joanna was speaking about that is not in today's society. Like what type of men were you referring to that are no longer here?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think in general, I think so. I'm gonna kind of put some stuff behind it. So I think social media has made it a lot easier for a lot of men to see a lot of things, and so it's like before. I feel like you saw what was around you. You saw what was in the pool around you. Nowadays, you can see women or women can see men from all over the place, and so I think that our desire is one based off of what we see others, and so I think men could see another dude that's dating this beautiful woman, you know, that's this type, and so when he sees a lot of that, that now becomes his type, which is not a lot of what he might have around him, and so that affects how he sees the women that are around him. Same thing for women. Women are see men that are a certain type, whether it's like fit or you know what have you, and they desire that thing and what they're presenting, and so the people around them are not good enough. And so I think it's a little bit of, I'm not saying it's all just men, it's men and women too. But then, I mean, I'm a person who loves chivalry, and I feel like that is kind of mixed. There's not really men who are just really trying to, that I've experienced, really trying to lead. They want everything to be either 50-50 or like, you know, you do your part, I'll do mine, and not really taking the reins. Those are a little bit of some of what I see. I don't know if that answers your question or if you have like more specific questions.
Yeah, because he's inquisitive.
He said that, and I appreciate that. He's asking questions.
Hey, but are you pausing again, Tyson?
So, if I could chime in a little bit,
Yeah, go ahead.
The guys, the guys you're mentioning, right? They typically people aren't raised the same anymore, right? But what I will say is, you mentioned leadership and chivalry. Those are like completely two different qualities. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
right. So, but chivalry is quote unquote dead because men aren't rewarded for being chivalrous. You know what I'm saying? If men were rewarded,
the reward being what?
Winning the girl. Who are you being chivalrous to? Like, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of the time it's met with like men being chivalrous to a woman is met with, oh, he's strange or he's too nice, or you know what I'm saying, there gotta be something wrong with him because he's nice type situation. Like in general, men are rewarded with being good to women. You know what I'm saying? We see like, oh, women like this kind of guy, that kind of guy, and we're only going to adapt to doing what we see work. So if we see more men act like jerks and that's how they win, oh well, that's how we win. We, you know what I mean? We getting the prize.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if that's the
Yeah, but
women
the same
that
thing can
they
also be
want,
said
then
for like
that
women.
is
Like,
fair.
Hold on, Ty. Let Joanna respond real quick. Then you can come right back.
No,
yeah,
I'm just saying if
apologies,
that's
my
what is
connection.
that what women are attracted to, and that's the women that they want and desire, then that's fine. I mean, I think there are going to be some women who don't want that, and so then where are those pool of men? Is all I'm saying. I haven't found a lot of them, and so